Good morning. Tuesday morning, January 26th. Let's get ready to trade. So for me, and I know a lot of people today, a sad day. It's been a year since Kobe Bryant passed, and I have this poster in my office above my computer, which is the Mamba mentality mantra. Constant quest to be the best version of oneself. So Kobe Bryant has always been, such a big inspiration to me just because of that mentality he preached of getting a little bit better every day. He started his journey at 12, 13 years old, even younger, to be one of the best basketball players in the world, approaching it with that mentality of getting a little bit better every day. So, for me personally, I don't know about the rest of you, I'm not the kind of guy where things have always come easy. Trading especially never came easy, but taking that mindset and kind of using, Kobe as motivation, you get a little bit better every day, So as I sit here this month, ironically, up almost $24,000, I kind of think back to all those lessons of getting a little bit better every day. And if you just keep doing that day in and day out, week in and week out, month after month for 5, 10, 15 years, you are going to get better. So that's been my experience, not just in trading, but in life. So after my session this morning at Simpler, I'm going to spend the entire afternoon watching Kobe highlights. So I'll be nowhere to be found. But we do got some trading to do first, so let's get jumping in. A bit of an extended market, and with an extended market comes that potential for those ugly little dips down to the 8 EMA or even the 21. So yesterday, the SPY, we didn't quite get to the 21, but a good enough flush to shake some folks out, a good-looking long positions in the Qs, right back down to the 8 EMA, and then we hold up. So just remember, once we're 2 to 3 ATRs above the daily 21 EMA, just like we are right now, there's a growing probability you're going to get the dip back to the 21. Doesn't mean it has to happen. It's just the potential is in the air. So please keep that in mind as you're swing trading over the next few days. So let's talk about some trades that worked, a couple of trades that didn't. What didn't work was Nike. So we've had a nice daily squeeze in Nike. Fortunately, a good amount of folks in this Simpler room were able to make some nice profits about a week or so ago. We came back into the squeeze here looking for more upside. Didn't work out. So we find a good bullish structure and we hold the position until something changes. With the big dump under the 21 on Friday and of course yesterday's sell-off, the daily squeeze is now threatening to fire to the downside. Something has changed and I don't want to be there once that something changes. So same thing for Lulu. A big shake yesterday, but with a break under the weekly 21, the structure of the weekly squeeze is potentially changing. I'm not too concerned if Lulu bounces back up today and everything is perfectly fine. We take the good-looking setups and we hold them until something changes. We don't really concern ourselves what happens after. Got to manage these accordingly. So Lulu and Nike took those off for some losses, and then pins here. Wild day for pins. So I was able to close my last put credit spread for about 70% of its max profit at the high of the day yesterday before the ugly intraday sell-off. So we're dumping under the 8, dumping under the 21. This puppy's breaking down. And then it finishes the day up about 0.5%. So to me, that's actually really bullish. When you get a big shakeout and they come in and buy it relentlessly all the way into the close. So I did jump back into another put credit spread here on pins for February 19th expiration. Yes, I know earnings is coming up. Got the put credit spread at 65 and 64. So pretty much placing a bet that this daily squeeze doesn't fire to the downside, breaking under my short strike. So that's the pins for Nvidia. Same thing yesterday, the flush down to the 21. They come in and scoop it right back up. To me, that's a great opportunity to add to a good-looking squeeze. We got the daily, the 3-day, and the weekly all looking really, really solid here. So for Nvidia, what I added yesterday was a February 19th expiration put credit spread, and I sold the 520 puts and bought the 515s as protection. So I'm sitting out there on February 19th. For this week's expiration, I got the put credit spread down at 517.5 by 512.5, so that's looking certainly pretty solid. And then for next Friday's expiration, a couple mo, 510 by 505 put credit spread, and then 500 by 490. So locked and loaded in Nvidia. See if we get that move, jump back into pins, and then for PLTR, loving me this daily squeeze. I added to this one yesterday as well. So for PLTR on Friday, before the huge old ripper, I'm all the way out here in March, so I'm giving this one plenty of time. On Friday, we jumped into the 19 by 18 put credit spread. Yesterday, jumped into the 23 by 21 put credit spread. So we sold the 23 strike and bought the 21 as protection. Plenty of time and plenty of damn cushion. being all the way out the money there. So I love this setup. I love the overall trend. We go into a squeeze right out of the gate after it IPOs. Big leg to the upside, big consolidation. Could this daily squeeze firing lead to leg 2 of one heck of a trend to the upside? If it does, we're positioned nicely. So that's the scoop on PLTR. We covered pins, we covered Nvidia, and then want to give a big shout out, not only to a lot of folks in our chat room, but also to Danielle Shea. So really enjoying her sessions lately, enjoying obviously John Sessions, Sam, Henry, Roggy, Bruce, really taking a lot of value from all the different traders in Simpler. But with Danielle, one thing I'm finding really interesting here is that she focuses a lot on stocks that have a high open short interest. So a couple of folks in the chat were talking about BLNK, Blink, yesterday, and I said, hey, that's a damn good looking daily squeeze. But during Danielle's session, she started to cover how BLNK actually has some pretty high open short interest. So you find a good bullish setup with all the structure we're looking for. Above the 21, we're squeezing, stack moving averages. You find a setup that already has a high probability based on the structure of giving you that directional move to the upside. But then when you can combine that with high open short interest, you potentially add in some fuel to the fire, putting a little bit more edge in your favor. So I did not alert on this trade in Simpler because there's a lot of alerts already out there for the stock, but I'm all the way out here in March, 35 by 30. So you might be asking yourself, why are you giving these swings so much time to expiration? January has been a good month. As far as open positions, let's see. And remember, this is all relative to account size, the risk I'm willing to take. Potential profit on all my open positions right now is about 43,000. Combine that with the 22,000 I've closed so far this month, I'm not in a rush to get paid here. So I'm trying to give myself plenty of time to just kind of take a step back, make sure I'm not getting too aggressive, make sure, most importantly, I'm not giving back all these profits here, just finding these high probability setups, but giving them plenty of time to work. And another reason that personally for me, I'm a big fan of giving swings plenty of time is that the market is a bit extended. So of course, if we do end up dipping to the 21, it could drag everything down with it. So just little adjustments I'm making as the market gets further and further away from the 21. But in the instance we continue to rally here, hey, we're in good shape. We got some pins, we got some PLTR, we got some Nvidia, we got some BLNK, and I'm looking for a little bit of Amazon. Probably should have taken a little bit yesterday on the big nasty dip down to the 8, but I did not, so we focus on this morning's session. But I still love the daily squeeze. Oh my God, I love the 3-day and the weekly. Oh, yeah. I like light blue. Light blue. Yeah, there it is. Bullish momentum on the weekly chart. It's a yellow dot squeeze. So those of y'all with the Squeeze Pro, you know that SOB is tight. I love this. I really want to position here for this potential weekly squeeze. We got to dance around earnings, take all those things into consideration. But all in all, guys, it's been a pretty nice year so far. Really mainly making the profits on a couple of big setups. Amazon, pins, Nvidia, a few others kind of along the way, just taking care of the losses. But the irony here is that I've made some good money. However, I really haven't caught in a move. Made my money from the Amazon weekly squeeze with the put credit spreads, but I didn't catch a move. That was just more so collecting premium. Nvidia, I've been making some great profits from this weekly squeeze, just selling the out the money put credit spreads, but we're not catching a directional move here yet. Same thing with pins. I mean, this thing is just chop up and down, chop up and down. It's a good looking squeeze, but I'm not making money here because I'm catching a directional move. So giving the positions plenty of time till expiration on these good looking setups with the put credit spreads, you're still putting yourself in a position where even if you don't catch crap as far as a directional move, you are bringing in some premium from the passage of time. So I wish you all the best of luck today. If you haven't already, go on ahead and subscribe. If you haven't already, also give me a follow here on Twitter at Focused Options. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you soon.